Hey, what's up guys, Vegeta here, bringing you what you guys have been requesting for quite a while. Here is the real versus fake. We got SDCC Vegeta this time around, 2014 exclusive. Got the real one on the left and the fake Datong on the right. So, first and foremost, you already know the drill. We're going to go through the boxes real quick and see the main differences there. So bringing the boxes forward, here we have, of course, the real one on the left. We got the English writing with the Comic-Con logo, the US exclusive. A lot more writing on that than this one. You can easily tell the difference with the Chinese here. Nothing, pretty much empty. Still got Dragon Ball Z on the bottom, but we got the TONG logos on the right corner, and we got Bandai Information stickers here. Tamashii Nations logo as well. All that good stuff. Going on to the side, we have pretty much the same picture. I don't see much of a difference in color. Maybe a little brighter on the real one. Onto the back, same thing as well, except for the Chinese lettering all around, except for it's over 9,000 in room if you want to count that. But there is no S.H.Figuarts logos at all. Bottom here we have Bluefin, of course, on the real one, and just Chinese stuff on the fake one. Right here, oh, there goes Vegeta. We have S.H.Figuarts and Vegeta in English writing, and then here nothing, just Chinese. And in the top, of course, we just have Chinese lettering, so pretty much you could really tell the huge difference in these. It's not hard to tell just based off the packaging. Now the figures themselves may be a different story. So here we finally get a good look at what most of you guys have been waiting for, is the two figures side by side. There is some pretty big differences going on here. It's not completely exactly like the real one, but it's a pretty damn good knockoff in my opinion by Datong. Just of course, they never stack up to the real original one, but I always say this, it's always a good alternative if you don't want to spend the money for the real stuff. You know, it's a lot cheaper to get the knockoff one that looks very nicely done. I mean, they're not garbage at all. I mean, they are not. They are very good. It's a very good alternative in my opinion. Anyways, right off the bat, I've noticed the hair. It's a lot more darker on the TONG version of the figure. Of course, the skin tone is different as well. It's painted very nicely, but it's nowhere near as cool or as good as the real version on the left right here. Chest armor area, I can see the colors are way more vibrant on the official release of the figure than it is. It's a little bit more bland, you know, more basic on the right side for the TONG, but they did a good job with the line work around the armor there, and then of course the flaps on the armor itself did very nicely done. Of course the sculpt is done pretty similar. I mean, it's exactly the same. I noticed the hair is exactly like very sharp and pointy on the real one, and here it's a little bit more dull. It looks kind of weird on the tip of his hair right there. So going on to the side right here, or the might as well just go to the back. You can kind of see the colors are consistent all the way through. Vibrant on the left side with the real one, and then the right side it's a little bit more dull in my opinion. Alright, so I went ahead and got the other head for the TONG, and I put on the same face and same scouter, and you can see a huge difference there. The scouter is not very transparent at all. You can't see through. You don't even see the eyeball. As the real one, you can see the eye, which is how it's supposed to be, but on the fake TONG version, it's not see-through at all. I mean, you have to really look hard, but you don't even see it on camera. So they did pretty bad on that, and you can see on this facial expression, I did point this out in the review for this Vegeta knockoff, is the eye. Looks like he's got a black eye. They did horrible line work there on the paint for the eye. Now you can see the original is just 10 times, 100 times more better than how the TONG did this face. I think it's also worth mentioning that although the joints on the TONG version of the figure are good, it's they do droop down at times, and they're not as 100% stiff or, you know, solid as the real official figure. Sometimes they do slide down, and I mean they're not loose, but you know, they're just not solid. So I wanted to compare the same facial expression now, just like I did with the other, and I have the real one on the left here. You can see the different color in the hair, but the facial expression, you can kind of see this one they did a lot better with the eyeball, but huge difference in paint or color, as you can see there. That brings me to the rest of the accessories here. Might as well just compare all the faces. So it's gonna be the same all the way through with the hair. They just made it a lot darker on the TONG version of the figure. I see the shininess on the paint of the face for the TONG version of it, like they've done for Goku as well. And then you can see the difference right there. I know my lighting's a little bit bright, but they did a good job with the paint. I mean, you can't really hate on this paint. They did a decent job. The mouth is painted correctly, and you know, pretty good. Going on to the back, the skin tone stays the same, but then on the tongue, it kind of goes to the plastic color. Then paint the back. Not that it matters because it's covered anyway, but just, I mean, it's just a difference. I just wanted to point out. And that's gonna be the same for the other faces as well. So here are the crossed arms. Not much of a difference here, except the paint on the Tong version is not as good as the real one. So I can see the blue is brighter on the Tong version, it's darker on the real one. They have some blue bleeding heavily onto the orange right there. So very bad quality control on the Tong's part right there. I'd like to point this out as well, the accessory. Here's the real crushing scouter hand versus the fake one. It's just painted pink. And this one is transparent plastic on the real one. So painted pink, can't see through it on the Tong version. And the scouter is completely white. Wow, it's kind of like brown, or it's got some more detail on the real version of the figure. The tails are pretty much the same. I don't see much of a difference, except maybe the real one has a bit darker brown color to it, but that's pretty much it. Hands just painted a little bit differently on the Tong version. Kind of see that it's a little bit brighter on the real version, and that is going to be consistent throughout all the hands of the figure right here. Blast effects, got some more white color on the Tong version. Not much of a difference for the blast effects in my opinion. Alrighty guys, and that wraps it up. There you guys have it. There is the real versus fake of the SDCC Vegeta figure. Bandai versus Tong. Very nice showdown here. I do see a lot of drastic differences between the two. Of course, I always prefer the official over the fake. Overall, the joints and the colors and everything look a lot better. That scouter really bothers me on the Tong, that you can't see through it. So there are some big differences, but then again, it's a really well-made figure in my opinion. I mean, the Tong does a very good job with their fake knockoffs. I've always said that from the beginning, and they're good alternatives if you do not want to pay the high prices on the official releases of these figures. So with that said, there you have it. The rest is up to you if you want to get the Tong version or the real version. I did my part here, so hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any questions, of course, you guys feel free to comment. I always try to reply as fast as I can. If I take long, I will get to it eventually. And I do hear you guys. You guys request these videos, so I'm going to pump these out for you guys. Next up, I do have some more Datong figures coming up. Got Super Saiyan Goku and maybe Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Just a little sneak peek there for you guys. But I'm glad you guys are watching these videos and you guys enjoy them. So with that said, please like, comment, subscribe if you guys would like, and you guys have a great day. Bye.
That's crispy.